I'm Sergio Canales. I work at Red Hat. Usually, I'm trying to uh, be part about all the open source space because I'm really uh, care to be learning constantly, and I think it's really fun to learn new technologies. So usually that's the reason because in so many topics. And today, my guest is Arvin. So, Arvin, let us know a little bit about you.
Mm. Hi. Hello, Sergio. I am so glad that you have invited me to this session. So, yeah, I want to introduce myself. I am Arvin, a college student from India. I am doing my CS degree and I am currently in first year. So, yeah, it is a pretty new for me and I started with front end development. Then I did it for a year, then realized that my CSS was not that good. So I decided to move to other space. So then I am now learning backend, and I have also heard about the open source. So I want to contribute to that. So that's why I am here to learn about open source, how to do that, and the DevOps field. Yeah.
That's super nice. I remember me in college, and I never do to try to involve myself with people outside the college itself. So I just want to tell you that I think you're very brave. One of the big barriers we have to learn is engage with other people. So I think you probably could have another option to learn, maybe with friends, maybe in a job, maybe taking a book. But let me know, why did you pick like an open source community?
Because they open the book, the community it is small. We are mainly doing things single, means alone. And like in open source, it is collaboration first, code after. For a PR, we were sender. We just pull the request, we edit it, we code them, then we are sending the PR. So it's contain two collaboration and one thing of code. So it's a pretty good thing to collaborate and working on a project. And I have it is very beneficial to learn how to work together in a group because in companies in future we are doing tasks in a group. So it is a very beneficial for it. We have to learn the Git, how to communicate, how to how to present our problem. So that's why I want to learn about open source and get involved in it.
I think it's really cool that you are, most of the people, yeah, no, knows that they are going to have a benefit about experience and stuff like that, but still not always there is like uh, uh is has a more weight. What are you gaining? But that this gaining can surpass, I don't know, restriction about people we have. Okay, because usually on technical people, we have a lot of issues to engage people. So I am really happy. I think because you're young generation and we're changing a lot. On my time, technical people, we were like commonly people that just speak with two or three people and like to have a little teams. But it's really nice because there is a lot of things here we have it, some because it's not just engaging an open source community, because when you go to an open source community, you're going to have a lot of cultural barriers, because you're going to find a lot of people that speak different language, has different uh, I don't know, ways to work for saying some way. Right now I'm from Latam, right? So I'm on the other side of the world. My English is probably is going to be really different from you. And my way to work and my day to day is probably going to be different. So I really like how the new generations is like more commonly, or maybe it's just don't even a thing, because today I don't know, maybe with all social networks, for you it's really common to speak someone that is not from your country. But I can tell you that I don't know, yesterday it was a thing to speak with someone outside your country. Today don't sound like that. Okay, Erin. So you want to learn. um, Technology, there is a lot, but you have like a goal. What are you looking for? You, who are you seeing you in the near future? Because learning, you can learn a lot of stuff, but probably you're already thinking you maybe in 5 years from here. How are you looking to yourself?
Uh, so yeah, it is a nice question. So in the future, I want to see myself in the backend and DevOps field, mainly in the AWS and Kubernetes stuff. I am very fascinated about that. So I want to deep dive into these two fields mainly, the AWS one and Kubernetes. I am also planning to go for its certification, but I am thinking about to give its certification in my last year of college. Still, I have 3 years of college life left. There is no point to give its exam now, prepare for it, then after give its exam before the ending of my college. So this is my plan.
Cool. So you have a big name and a way to work. So, well, I'm not going to do much question about why you have a big name of a big company in your head. That is really normal. It's like when you think in music and some art, probably you're going to take a reference for someone famous, for saying some way. But I will like to to ask about this way of work because you mentioned DevOps. Why for you DevOps is a thing? Be- well, two questions. What is for you DevOps and why you like it?
For me, DevOps is I want to categorize in two ways. The first way is we are automating our tasks. We are the saving the time that we have to do manually stuff by automating them and create stuff so that we can save time for not ourselves but our company also. This is the first. And second thing is I want to learn about deployments and stuff, how to deploy, how to scale it to a large stuff. Because if you want to do something, think about or your own, then you have to learn about how to scale it, how to organize it properly. That's why I want to learn into DevOps.
Cool. I really like what are you saying because sometimes and really really commonly we forgot that technology is a tool, and usually we use tools because it's easier, right? And sometimes people don't know why some solution or some tools uh, are not successful. And the main thing is in technology space is something is going to be successful or not if if this is going to save your time. For example, you say, I want to do it faster. I want to do automation. I want to do a scale. But what are you saying in the same phrase is that you want to do things simpler, faster? Okay. So technology at the end is something that make your life easier. So if the touch is not making your life easier, of course people is not going to like it, even if it's super cool, right? Even if you're talking about um, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and stuff like that, if nobody understands that or nobody can use it, or if you're going to, you need too much time to do something that what are you already doing in some in time, yeah, of course it's not going to work. So I think that is one of the reason about DevOps today. For example, GitOps. The main thing that they do is a way to work that make things simpler, right? Repeat things, have more quality, or be predictable. It's more easy when you work on this space. So, yeah, I really like to connect that to simple thing that at the end we are all people on the using this, and I really like to focus that enjoy what we do. And of course, we are going to enjoy it if we don't have much struggle and if we do it in less time. Well, this is a really short podcast, so I just want to have a few words to the end, Arvin. You're starting on Ortelius. I wish you a lot of success over there. We already tell you this is depend on you more than us. What you want to do is you are going to be able to do it. So just take the initiative. Um, um, I want to let you this few last word about, I don't know, this initial journey on this community. So just think that all the team is hearing you, more people in the open source space, maybe people from college that are starting like you. So just given some words about this first step are you taking?
Thank you.
So what you will tell to the people that are not already in an open source community?
Then try open source, try to contribute in a project, try to understand the code that is present in the GitHub, so you can understand how the thing works in a real life situation. Because you have to deal it in the future. You have to work with somebody else when you are working in company. You have to do that PR. You have to pull request that. So yeah, it is better to start early so you can get a better taste of that thing that you will going to do in the future. If you
That
start early, you will be ahead of future and you will success easily.
cool. I take it. Don't be afraid and enjoy it. Cool. Thank you. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching and see you next podcast. Bye bye.
Bye.
Cut. Okay. How you
Uh,
feel? Did you enjoy?
basically last we like thumbs up and like I have saw in the podcast, but does the recording is going or you will stop it?
I'm going to stop it, but don't be afraid. I'm going to edit. So, and always think that we can edit what we were doing. So I don't know. I the first time I remember I take concerns about what in the recordings, but not anymore. So